Toronto, a couple I can't pronounce. UK, welcome UK, Wales, Minnesota, Georgia, Scotland. All right, Michigan, welcome. Carolinas are in the house. Ottawa, Canada, welcome to our friends from the north. Texas in the house. Folks, text blast any reminders. We're not going to give this long because we've got a lot of ground to cover, but I see this thing hasn't slowed down yet, loading up. Florida, Arkansas, Kansas. Again, I encourage you to text blast any reminders. We live in that day and age where people rely on a reminder because they get busy, and before you know it, you look down and you're 15 minutes late getting to the event. So welcome. Keep it coming. I see a lot of Texas, a lot of West Coast, Utah. Welcome, welcome. Happy anniversary, Ghana, Mozambique. Hello to our friends from Africa. Zimbabwe's in the house. Edmonton, awesome. I'm sure I missed a bunch of them too, everybody. We're glad you're here. Not trying to leave anybody out. We're going to give it just a little bit longer and let the numbers slow down that are spooling in here. Feel free to more Africa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Montana, Louisiana, bouncing around back to Wisconsin, Texas. Lots of Texans this morning. Welcome. Well, I think we're going to give this 30 more seconds max, and then I think we'll get this thing kicked off. Just watching the numbers sort of slow down, still spooling up. Tennessee, Texas, Minnesota. Welcome, everybody. Australia, down under, welcome. Zimbabwe. Folks, it doesn't, success leaves clues, and you can see everybody from around the world, which is amazing considering we just launched MPGXtreme a year ago. So welcome to all. What I'm going to do here, Byron, you got the controls on the chat. I'll let you make that decision. First of all, everybody, on behalf, I guess I was given the task to set the stage, do the welcome, and truly this is a, I'd say more of a historic moment in the life of MPGXtreme. I think sometimes in our busy world, we underestimate the significance of time. And what I mean by that is that today, no matter where you're from, whether you've been with us 1 day, 1 month, 6 months, or a year, if you were here and had the pleasure of being with us 1 year ago, August 1st when we launched, today is going to be a presentation really about celebration, a display of who we are, just a recap of the last year. There's just a lot of things going on. And this is our We Are One event. I love the graphics that Andrew built. And you might say, what does that mean? Folks, it could mean a number of things, but the bottom line is MPG and what we've got going on here, you see a real unified front, a unified messaging. You see a movement of freedom. You see a movement where, frankly, the leadership, and you're going to sense this at the start of year 2, that we're just breaking the chains and making decisions to not participate in all of the craziness. We're done with that. And so you're going to see this amazing recap of year 1, but you're also going to sense and connect that to what year 2 means. Where do we go from here, right? We know, I've heard Andrew say, 95% of companies in this industry don't make it to the first year. And I love his analogy of using, would you book a flight on an airline if you knew 19 out of 20 planes were going to crash or had the chance of crashing, and you simply wouldn't. But unfortunately in this industry, people don't, when they start things, they don't have the right intentions, unfortunately, and that's just simply not the case here. So we do have a movement here going on. We are unified. So today, what are we going to do today? We got 13 speakers that we're going to march in front of you from around the world. Some of them are people, you start with our CEO, but some of them are people that have obtained some success, some of the gemstones. Others are in-country managers, some of the staff. And Nancy's going to do a great job of highlighting who these people are, and what they mean to MPG. a lot of announcements going on with things going on around the globe and where we go from here. So, it's really about highlighting the success, but bridging that gap to where we go from here. And again, I can't say this enough. If you've been here the last year, you've seen some significant milestones, right? You've seen us start with our pre-launch. And for those of you that maybe are brand new, because we do have a lot of people that might not even be in the business yet viewing this recap or replay, you maybe have been here a day, a week, a month. I referenced that. Know that we pre-launched a year ago. Not complicated. We had to get this thing up and running. But then we got into October, less than a year ago, obviously. We had a launch event in Minneapolis, the Twin Cities. And this was a big deal. It was kind of just our unveiling to say, hey, we're serious about this. Actually, it was a bold move to have a convention-type setting just, roughly 90 days into launching this thing. And then some of you remember the Barn Bash where we brought together the Platinums and above. Platinum is somebody who's brought in 12 personals. And we did a leadership event. We did have some of our vendors there. We unveiled the travel component at that event. And it was kind of an informal setting at Byron's Lodge there in Wichita. But it was a significant event at that time. And that led us to what we did out in 7 weeks ago. It doesn't seem like 49 days already, but you see that we had this catalyst event back in June, and the bridge between those two was the discovery event. And what I'm doing is I'm piecing this together, and that was an interesting event in and of itself because we had it at the home office. We woke up to 12 to 14 inches of snow. There was a blizzard mixed with rain. It was a crazy thing, but here's the thing, we pulled it off. But back to the catalyst event is that you saw 49 days ago that next level. Okay, here we are, here's where we're going. So what does that all mean? Well, it's where are we going from here? And you started to hear rumblings about our Imagine event that we launched at the catalyst event, or I should say made an announcement that we're going to Frisco, Texas, right? And some of you might say, okay, you build from event to event to event. How do I keep up with all this? Well, it starts today. It starts with understanding MPGXtreme, and it starts with understanding the thought process or the strategies behind all that you're going to see here today. But as I kind of wind down this thought, is when I sit here and I think, okay, in 63 days from today, we're going to be sitting in a ballroom, meeting room in Frisco, Texas. And 63 days from last night, we're going to have our Roaring 20s event. And so all of this you can put into this timeline, right? You see, you can add that event to this timeline, and it starts to stack up wins. It starts to stack up successes. So again, do not take for granted the significance of everything that has been done here in year number 1, right? And so what I've got now is I'm going to segue a little bit, is that we've talked a lot about crowdsourcing the first year, okay? We've talked about relationships. We've talked about the fact that we are attracting a very unique, what's the word I'm looking for? We're just attracting a lot of eyeballs on our company right now. And it's because of everything we've done the last year, because believe this or not, and some of you that are watching this, you understand this, that not everybody delivers. I sort of referenced this, delivers on what they promise, right? And so what's happening now is the gentleman that I'm going to bring up next, we actually met through Doug Rollins, one of our emeralds, and he's worked with Ryan Chamberlain, who I'm going to bring up next. But I want to set the stage here because Ryan, you're going to see that searching for the right words. As you listen to Ryan, you're going to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're going to sit back and go, okay, I've listened to Andrew and Nancy and Randy and Kathy and Jim and Byron and Mike and these people talk about how serious they were. And now you pull in somebody like this who's a third-party validation. Let me really quickly just go through a little bit about Ryan. He's an 8-figure earner in this industry. He's authored 5 books. He's built training systems that have literally put billions of dollars of sales in companies. But more importantly, he just recently got elected to the Florida state legislator. Ryan is they call him Representative Chamberlain, okay? And he's a legislator of District 24, but he works directly with Ron DeSantis. Some of you might recognize that name, the governor of Florida. And Ryan is no stranger to the freedom movement. You hear this word, you hear this we the people type business model, but it's more than that. It's a freedom movement. MPG is about people breaking those chains, right? And saying enough is enough. And when Doug introduced Ryan to Andrew, Andrew called me right away and said, hey, this cat, man, is he sharp. And so he's no stranger to this industry or running events. But more importantly, Ryan describes himself as a constitutional entrepreneur. I want you to think about those words, constitutional entrepreneur. So I don't want to take any more of his time. Ryan, I want you to turn your camera on and mic here and just say hi to the ISRs here at MPGXtreme. And we just want to introduce you to Ryan Chamberlain. And he has a few thoughts he's going to share with you, and let him know that you're going to be visiting with us at the Imagine event. So, Ryan, take it away.
Hey, Jim, thanks for having me on, and thanks, everyone. I am just super excited to be here. I appreciate the introduction, and I'm excited to really meet everybody face-to-face in October. We're looking forward to it. But I thought I'd take just a few minutes because we'll be doing some deep dive stuff when we get to Texas, and I know you've got a lot of speakers today, but wanted to take the opportunity just to get to know the group that's watching, tell them a little bit about my background and what brought us to this point, and really my goal here in this few minutes is to bring some belief to the industry, because Ryan Chamberlain is, you could say, he's living a big part of his dream, his childhood dream, and that was to serve in the capacity that I'm serving in the conservative movement. And so I'm very pleased to, as I've had conversation, of course, I've known Doug for years, just a great individual. I appreciate the introduction, and I've met Andrew and Nancy now, and of course you, Jim, Byron, all you guys. We're in alignment. We're in alignment, and it's rare in this industry to find this kind of alignment. It really is. And so I feel like I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be able to work with, communicate, do some things that we're doing. But my story began about 30 years ago. I met my wife 35 years ago in high school. We grew up in Central Florida here. We've been married now, as of last month, 29 years. We have 4 awesome young adult boys. Everybody's always asked us if we were going to keep trying for a girl. We did keep trying for a girl. That's the only way you end up with 4 boys, right? And early on, we were entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, and we were introduced to the network marketing industry in 1995. The first company we were with, it took us a year to get to the lowest level. We made $47, and we were the top earners in our group. So you kind of get the idea of how we got started. We struggled as young people, and some things started to click. We started to allow some mentorship to enter our life, and we did enter a company that it was just the right time, somewhere around mid-20s, and we began to accelerate at a very high level, not necessarily because of us, but because we followed some systems and started to think correctly and uncover what I ended up authoring about 15 years ago, a book called Now You Know, what I call the 7 Laws of the System. And the subtitle of that book is Why Some Succeed and Others Fail Using the Same System. I mean, Jim, we understand, and the people listening, that we can have a exact methodology in our company. We know what works. We can teach what works. Yet not everyone gets the exact same results with that system. Well, there's some nuances. There's some things. I mean, yeah, the system works, but we as people sometimes cause things not to work properly with adding that human element to it. And I like to teach on that. And that has been kind of my breakthrough content that helped me build just 2 organizations over a 25-year period into just very large incomes for my family and I. And I'll just kind of fast forward here because I want to keep this quick. In 2019, we were 25 years of full-time networking. We were able to exit, and because of this industry, because of what we were able to accomplish here, It allowed us to be able to do some things on the political front, and I ran for U.S. Congress in 2020, kind of made a full shift into more political things. Founded an organization called the True Patriot Network, which I've been heavily involved in the last few years. And this past December, actually, this past year, was launched the race into a special election here in Florida and won a primary, then a general election, and now we're full-fledged, have offices in Tallahassee, Florida, and we're legislators. But, because of our backgrounds in networking, just about anybody that's elected in any kind of capacity in this country brings whatever industry they have, what other business background and industry they've been a part of, they bring that to the table. And of course, network marketing is a very unique one. Matter of fact, there's very few, we don't know of any elected officials that have been able to build teams over a 25-year period and develop an 8-figure income in our industry that can help write legislation to even protect the industry. And so I have a passion now to continue to not only serve the industry that treated my family so well and created freedom for our family for so many years, serve it in a different capacity, but also take what I've learned, best practices. Take some of the books, the Now You Know book that I'll introduce to the company, and I have a book called Building a Strategic Networker that I'll introduce as well. Taking some of the best principles of those and sharing them with the organization to help you continue. Again, not here to fix anything. Ryan Chamberlain's not coming in. This company is moving on with or without Ryan. I know that. But if I can add a little bit of flair to it, if I can add some value to the teams and to the organization, especially from a third-party elected official networker stance, I'm excited to do that. I'll end by and if you have any questions for me, Jim, we certainly you can ask. We are excited about coming to visit with everybody in October. But I'm asked oftentimes, Ryan, what have you learned politically pretty strong over the last few years? And I have engaged in thousands of conversations. Much of what I learned in networking, the skill sets that you learn how to communicate and deal with people, applies directly to what you would do to become an elected official at this capacity anyway. But I have coined the phrase constitutional entrepreneur because it's real simple. I believe our country was founded by people that believed in entrepreneurial principles. They believed in godly entrepreneurial principles. Our country is now being ran by people, and I'm not here to pick sides necessarily, but it's ran by people, quite frankly, that have never owned a business. They don't understand entrepreneurship, and they don't abide by those godly principles. And the more our country gets away from what it was founded upon, which has been blessed by God, we know that, the more chaotic it seems to become. And so I would like to do my part exactly in alignment with what this company is doing, bringing those constitutional values back to the forefront, protecting them, making opportunity available in a free enterprise format. And there is no better opportunity than networking, my friends. 25 years in the industry. I'm here to tell you dreams can come true because of this type of industry. And when you're with the right place, right time, right messaging, which I believe everything I'm hearing, I'm just excited about participating in the MPG story and the people that you're working with. Now, I want to say this. Some of the top leaders here, we've gotten to know each other over the last few decades. I'm not just being introduced to some of these individuals in the last day or two. I've had an opportunity we've observed each other's backgrounds, how we conduct ourselves in the industry. There's a mutual respect there before I even showed up on the screen that had developed over time. And so that makes it even more special for me to be here. My time's up, Jim. Thanks for having me on. I know you're going to have a great event today. And certainly I'm here if you have any questions or want me to cover anything else. But thank you for having me on. And I'll see everybody in October.
Ryan, I want you to take 5 seconds. I don't think either one of us mentioned you also are on a subcommittee, correct, that has to do with the DSA?
Well, the DSA is in conversations with me right now about being a part of their legislative committee. We're trying to finalize that kind of stuff. More than likely we'll be speaking with the DSA, the DSU, because there really is no other legislators in the country that could speak with authority. I mean, when I'm in the chamber, when I'm in the Capitol, I'm just so happen to be one of those guys that knows what it's like to do 1,000 in-home meetings. So I understand the struggles, and I want to make sure that there's not silliness happening that affects our industry the wrong way.
Awesome. I still appreciate you and what you're doing. just keep fighting the good fight. So thanks for sharing where you're at today, Ryan. That's awesome, and that's a great lead-in for where we're headed here, the rest of the event. And I get the privilege to. I'm not going to do a long setup here. We watch this guy handle operations, and that's our CEO, Mr. Randy Tyner, and his beautiful wife, Kathy. And Randy, I got to tell you, every time this guy comes on a call with Byron and I, and then we hang up and we reconvene, Byron and I, we say the same thing. Wow, it's so refreshing to be working with a gentleman who just gets it, who has an operations mindset, right? Versus just this flash and all this other stuff, glitz and glamour. Randy is a hands-on, get it done, and I know all our in-country managers who Nancy's going to introduce understand this. They've gotten to know him. They love him. Everybody loves Randy and Kathy. So, Randy, I want you to jump on here, and the floor is yours, brother. Our CEO, Randy Tyner.
Well, thank you, Jim. Thanks for that introduction. Welcome, everyone, and welcome to this call and to this one-year celebration. I know it's morning for some of us. It's afternoon for others in South Africa. I think it's like 6 o'clock at night, midnight in the Philippines and Nigeria. So thanks for everybody joining us and taking time out on a Saturday afternoon. This is your business along with ours. So I'd just like to share a few words. This company is like a family. We built them with all of our heart. We put our blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of time and effort goes into building a business, and just you joining this business takes a lot of time. You're on calls, you're resourcing with others. I mean, it's a lot of purpose to fulfill that mission. And, we here at MPG have totally committed our time. And, there's a few things that make all this happen, and we take care of each other. So, this wouldn't happen without the great employees that we have. We have a sensational staff. There's three important elements I always talk about when I have meetings and people are wondering, like Jim said, not many companies make it the first year. A lot of people, and maybe people have even said, well, I'll give that company a first year and see if they make it before I give them my money. Well, that 1 year's here. And so we kind of smashed it. There's nothing that says we're not successful in our first year, and it's all because of the employees and the staff we have. It's because of the incredible leadership we have in this company, and it's because of the product. Because if you don't have those three simple elements, and we call it simple because all the hard work starts after you've identified those three things. And starting a new network marketing company was very time-consuming and a big decision. I didn't make that in just a half hour and say, oh, yeah, let's do it again. This was something that I didn't really want to do in the beginning when it was brought to me, and knew if I made that decision, it was going to be everything I had, everything to make sure it's successful. And so that decision was made. We're off to a great start. We have incredible stuff to share with you. The dream of taking our company to the list of the best companies in the country. The dream of making this company, which is known for its quality products, the quality service, the communication we have with the field. Fortunate day for all of us to complete 1 year. It's very successful, and I'm very proud of everybody involved. You'll hear later with our country coordinators, we meet with all of them twice a week. It's just one of my favorite things to do. We meet every morning. Our company officers meet every single morning and every day to make sure that we have a successful plan for the upcoming day, the month, the year. This is a huge commitment that we've all made to make sure this works. So we're all celebrating our failures the first year, the highs and lows, the crises. I can tell you, I brought up my boys to be go-getters. Like Jim said, I am a hands-on. I have a big belief that don't try to teach somebody something to do if you don't know how to do it yourself. I got a phone call and some pictures from my son. He happens to be in Arizona. He does construction. He has these big dually trucks, and hauls these big 8-ton dump trailers. And he called me and said, Dad, I got 2 blowouts on my tires. I go, well, call AAA, call a service. You can't do that yourself. That's an 8-ton trailer. He said, no, I got it, Dad, I got it. I go, just call somebody. And so about an hour later, he sent me a picture. He has a 3-ton jack trying to jack up an 8-ton trailer. He's got boards from the junk trailer. He took boards out of there because you can only jack up an 8-ton trailer a few inches at a time. And then he put boards under the wheels, jacked it up, put boards under the wheels until he got it up high enough to where he could actually take the tires off. Took him down to the nearest town, put new tires on it, came back, put it on the dump trailer, sent me a picture and said, off to the dump, Dad. I'm going. We bring our kids up how we react all these years, get it done, whatever it takes to get it done. And I'm just so proud of him. I'm so proud of our leadership that has the same exact attitude. We have everybody in our staff that no is not an answer. Can't get it done is not part of the vocabulary here with MPG. We will make things happen and we don't give up. And I'm just so very proud of everybody that we come in contact with, all the leadership. We have an incredible staff. And, we launched this with one product, as you know, and for those of you that knew on the call here, our MPG, we call them the car. We call them here the cards because we have 2 caps now. We have our fuel caps and we have our slim core caps, and so we can't just say caps anymore. So I call them, a card. We have our 5-tank trial card, and all of you have seen that. If you're part of the company, that's part of your sign up. These are very successful. They're an incredible product. We then launched with our crumbs, with our trucker crumbs. Each one of those vials will treat 120 gallons. A huge success with our truckers. They love that. You can see the testimonies. You can go online. You can talk to people. Huge success. And now recently with our MPG Mini Motos. The Mini Motos, all EPA registered. They're on their way to Nigeria, the Philippines, South Africa, Mozambique. These are going to be the hottest things. We are even going to have them in a 5-tank trial vial. So you'll be able to buy these in bulk, put them in the 5-tank trials yourself, and market these. This is going to be insane. We have way over ordered, knowing and anticipating the volume and the impact this is going to make in our foreign countries. We just opened, Australia. You'll hear more about that a little bit later. We got some packages going out. So this week was a big week of sending a lot of product to a lot of people. And so we're just extremely excited about that. We have 2 websites. I don't know if everybody really knows that. I was talking to Nancy and Andrew and talking about how we're introducing new products to our website. And there are 2 websites that you have when you join MPG. You have MPGXtreme.com and you have ExtremeMPG.com. ExtremeMPG.com is the marketplace. Now, we designed this from the very beginning so we would have the opportunity to open the door to many products and many ideas. As all of you know, our lead product is our MPG caps of our trucker crumbs, the caps, and also our mini motos. That's our lead product. However, we have felt this market and opening this company that not everybody's only going to be selling that all the time. You want to be able to qualify your position. You want to be able to go shopping with one stop and get some of the things that you found interesting that you can have with your family, non-toxic products. So we've joined forces with a few companies. However, adding them every year, we have many people calling us wanting to get involved with us and join our marketplace. Well, it's not a garage sale. It's not where you want to dump all the product you can't sell on your own and come to MPG and see if it'll sell there. No, we are very specific about the product we'll introduce and share with you. And the marketplace is that avenue for that. I mean, where else can you go in an industry and get not a collage of products, but premium products that you can purchase and share with others? What I found in this industry is nutrition happens to be a huge part of the network marketing model. everybody wants it. Everybody wants to use it, but nobody wants to sell it. So that's what we found. It's really tough to build a business with nutrition because there's so much competition. But everybody loves a good product and will certainly buy it. We all do. I still purchase product from other network marketing companies myself that I totally enjoy that I can't get anywhere else. So this is a great model, and we're going to provide a lot more product in that marketplace for you. So is there, okay, you got oh, you do have the other slide. Yeah, so you have the Slim Core Java and the Slim Core caps. We have our greens that we've introduced. This is an awesome product that came from Core Life. They joint ventured with us a while back, as many of you know. We brought on this product. We have incredible staff that we brought on from Core Life. We brought on our travel. So our extreme travel, which has been extremely exciting. I know that I don't have to give you my own testimonies. There's huge testimonies. The only app I have on my phone right now is OnRiva, ONRIVA. So everybody needs to have that on their phone. I didn't even know they had an app till 3 months after we had this introduced. I was going online and typing into the URL, but we do have an app on Riva. Download it from your Google Store or your App Store, and it'll load automatically, and it shows you all your trips. I don't use anything else. I've traveled quite a bit here in the last few months, and this is an outstanding way to use our product. So we're going to be having a lot more products coming to the marketplace. The marketplace Global, Extreme Marketplace Global, is going to be the avenue for you to come and see some of the most exciting products in this market. And we are working daily to bring new products, to bring light to this company with the right team, the right people, the right marketing. I mean, we have everything set up for this to just knock it out of the park. And I just couldn't be happier with the team we have, with our country coordinators, who you'll meet here in a little bit, all the leaders in the field. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speakers here. We have known Nancy, and Kathy and I have known Nancy and Andrew for many years. They brought us this product, introduced this product to us before we made the decision that we wanted to jump in and take care and do this. But I am so glad they did. We have an outstanding relationship with Nancy and Andrew, and I couldn't be more proud of the success and the teamwork and the help, considerable help that they have contributed behind the scenes to make all this happen. So please let me introduce Nancy, the Triple Diamond Executive, Nancy Burling. Nancy?
Well, thanks so much, Randy. Appreciate that. And we just are grateful for you and Kathy and all the moving parts that it's taken to get us to this point here. And happy birthday, everybody, in MPGXtreme. It is our 1-year celebration, which is very, very exciting. And I get some fun things to talk about here about our global expansion. You've just heard from some of our other speakers talking about highlights of what we've been through here in the first year. We're currently to date in 15 different international markets and countries. And you're going to hear from, I'm going to be bringing up our Director of Operations as well as our country administrators. We want you to meet them and be able to experience that. So you'll see on the screen here, go to the next slide here, Andrew. We have what's not on the flags there is Ghana. Okay, Ghana is a new country you're going to be seeing coming on the drop-down menu here very, very shortly. But if you go to the global slide before I bring up our country admins, I just want to run through this and give you the highlights. It's pretty exciting if you think about it. We're 1 year old and we're already in 15 countries. I think that's exciting and exceptional. So congrats to the team and the field leaders for really having, the fortitude to help us grow and expand across the world. So Australia, this is just going through it alphabetically. We just opened up and you can order the X caps right now today. It's on both websites, MPGXtreme and Extreme MPG. You can order and enroll right now as an independent sales rep. We are shipping right now from the States, from Maple Grove to Australia, but I will tell you that very soon we're going to have fulfillment done in country, so stay tuned for that. Canada, of course, just like the U.S., we've been operational from day one. Denmark, we offer the travel. The EU is coming very, very soon. We've got Hungary, we're offering the travel, and then Mexico, we're fully registered, open, licensed, and open for business. You're going to meet our country administrator here in just a minute. And of course, South Africa, which we're fully open and operational. And I jumped to South Africa to say that currently right now we're in the process with Mozambique and of course Zambia and getting registered, licensed to be able to be fully operational there. But we are beginning to get product on the ground there from our South African office. And then we have the Philippines. We have a fully operational there with all our products. You're going to meet Joel, our country administrator here in just a moment. And Uganda, same thing. We're in the process of getting set up, registered, licensed. We are getting product on the ground out of our South African office, and very soon we will have in-country fulfillment there as well. And the United Kingdom, we're shipping right from Maple Grove to the United Kingdom. And so we have all of our products. We have the X caps, we have the Slim Core Java, as well as the travel, and then of course the United States. So here's what I'd like to do. I want to invite our Director of Operations, Miss Christy Rohr, to launch her camera here. And this is a very, very important person here to our company. She has been a tremendous asset to us. And as we introduce the country administrators, I think most of them have been able to join on here today. We might be missing one of them just due to connectivity issues. But I'm going to, Christy, meet everybody in the world here.
Hey, everyone. Nice meeting you.
And so Christy and I together are going to let you hear just briefly from our country administrators. It is important, I do want to mention, we're making some big announcements here before I go on to the next speaker after you meet our country administrators. We've got two announcements. We are doing an international Zoom next week to announce what you're going to hear about here in just a second after you meet our coordinators. So stay tuned for that. We'll give you the details on that. And we're also introducing a new package, which I'm going to be talking about. But what I'd like to do is, if we can go to the next slide here, is I want to invite our country administrators to launch their cameras. I want everybody to have the privilege to meet these amazing people that are part of our corporate team, an extension of corporate. We have corporate offices set up in multiple countries. And so Andrew will kind of move the slide here in just a second and you'll be able to see that. But here we go. Okay. And so let's start here by going to Christy. Who should we go to first? Let's go to Andrea, given the fact that that was our very first international country that we launched was actually South Africa. And, you know, Christy, you work extremely close with all of our country coordinators. This is not going to be, Andrea, just say hello, introduce yourself, and let everybody know that an email will be going out here this week on how you can get in touch with these country administrators. If you've got business or people that you want to bring on in these countries, we're going to send an email out with all that detailed information. So Andrea from South Africa, please say hello.
Hi, hello everybody. Thank you very much, Nancy, for that introduction. My name's Andrea Kutia. I've been in network marketing for, I think, going on 8 years. I think I'm the most excited because it's a brilliant, not only a brilliant brand, it's a brilliant product. And as Randy said, we are like a family, and I think as country administrators, our intention is to basically assist you as best we can. and I'm very excited that we're launching even more African countries. So thank you very much, everybody.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Andrea. And we just so appreciate. Andrea's a very busy gal right now because we have multiple countries that she is doing customer support for and fulfillment. So we appreciate you and all you do for MPG. Next, we're going to head on over to the Philippines, where we have our very good friend Joel, who is heading up the Philippines. He's also going to be heading up customer support for Australia as well as some other regions as we bring those on. So Joel, you've just been amazing. Joel has made sure that we've gotten all of our products registered, licensed, and we're fully open for business. So Joel, please say hello to everybody and introduce yourself.
Hi, good morning to everyone. I'm Joel from the Philippines. We're fully operational here. You can reach us through the support page at MPGXtreme.com that works with me and Miss Christy Rohr, hand in hand, side by side together. Without Miss Christy, I cannot do anything because she's really a great help to me, especially with all the documentations here in the Philippines. So, welcome on board, everyone, and happy anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And so, guys, if you've got business in these countries, just think about who do you know, and start asking your team, who do you know in South Africa? Who do you know in the Philippines? And then I'm going to head on down to Mexico, where we're fully open, fully operational with all our products. We have Miss Rebecca, who has just been just incredible, very talented, and ready to help and serve. So, Rebecca, if you wouldn't mind, say hello and introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm the country administrator here in Mexico. I'm starting in this company, and I'm very excited. I'm very happy to be part of this family, I would call it. And, well, this is a new experience for me, and I'm very, very excited to meet you and to be part of this. Also, Christy has been like the best support ever because she has been guiding me, and well, I'm very excited and happy. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Rebecca. Now, I know we had Chris on from Ghana earlier, but I do know with connectivity issues, and I think Dr. Law might be having connectivity issues, but Ghana, Chris is our country coordinator in Ghana. It is not on the drop down yet, but it is. Oh, there he is. Okay, Chris, perfect. Here's getting us. We're getting registered, licensed, and Chris, just say hello and maybe kind of. I'm not going to hold you to a timetable, but very soon you're going to see Ghana here come on the drop down. But Chris, go ahead and please introduce yourself.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, Chris.
This is Chris, Ghana. I've been in the network marketing business for about 20 years now. But this is the first time joining a full economy business. And it's so exciting. I'm so excited to be here, more especially when in West Africa, especially in Ghana, when fuel prices keep going up almost every 2 weeks, every month, fuel prices are rising high. So I'm excited, and I pray that once we are done, our contact will show at the website so that people can invite their friends across the world who have friends and family in Ghana that they can contact us to get their product supplied, and also excited much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Chris. I think we lost you with connectivity, but We greatly appreciate you and all that you're doing here. So look for Ghana on the drop down. We will launch there, guys, with the X caps, the mini motos, and the trucker crumbs. And then, of course, Dr. Law's having some connectivity issues, but he is our country administrator. We have an office in Nigeria. Yes, we are open for business there. Yes, we are shipping product. And so if you know anybody in Nigeria, that's, again, another international market here that we have recently launched. So, Christy, do you have anything to add? Did I miss anything?
Yeah, it's nice meeting you. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today on such a fantastic occasion. I want to take a second to thank all of our country administrators. I absolutely love my job. This group of people, I literally cannot imagine having better representation in all of the countries that we have. I talk to each of them, or I'm texting them at least 5-6 times a day. And what we really talk about is how can we continue internationally having a customer-centric approach, meaning they're extremely passionate about what they do. How can we make this process easy for all of our ISRs, all of our retail customers, how important it is to get back with our customers who have questions. And honestly, this group that you see right here, they're phenomenal. So we look forward to working fast. This business is very fast. And that's exactly what they're doing is they work fast, they're passionate, and you as the customer are our priority to make sure that this is a phenomenal experience for you.
Perfect. Well, and I want to ditto that. I so appreciate each and every one of you and all your commitment and hard work, and I see the future is very, very bright here. We've got an amazing, talented team. So thank you for coming on here. Stay tuned. We are going to be doing an international Zoom here on Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Write that down, Thursday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. You're going to hear more from all of our country coordinators, as well as we're introducing a new package, which I'm going to segue in. So I want to thank everybody for being on here today. Thank you, Christy, Joel, Rebecca, Andrea, and of course, Chris and Dr. Law couldn't join us here today, but thank you. We love and appreciate you guys. Andrew, if you can go to the next slide here, we have a brand new package. It is live right now. This is huge, guys. We're so very excited, and get your pen and paper out here and get ready here to get your running shoes on here, because this is a huge splash in celebration of our 1 year. We're introducing the Freedom Package. You'll notice the theme, red, white, and blue here. The Freedom Pack. This is for U.S. and Canada. We have an international Freedom Pack coming here next week, and we'll make a debut of that on Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time on this same Zoom link. But here's an enrollment pack. It's $399.95. Okay, that's the cost of the kit. And it has 150 CV, 400 QV. Those of you that understand the plan, that is for rank advancement, and a $100 fast start, US dollar fast start. And it's a variety pack. So this is what is in the package. We have, of course, in the MPG package, we have 15 of the X-Cap 5-tank trials. We have 3 of the mini motos. Okay, so 75 total of the mini motos. We have 1 bag of Slim Core Java, 1 bottle of Slim Core caps, 1 bag of either Passion Punch or actually, I don't think the greens is in there. I think that's a mistake, guys. Sorry about that. I think that's, and then we have the laundry wash. We have we have some of the variety snaps, and then a complimentary, it's a bonus item of a month of the travel to try and experience our AI travel and savings. So this whole package is $399.95, brand new enrollment pack. When you enroll somebody, you're getting that $100 fast start, 400 QV. So live right now, and when you go on to the site, here's where it's at here on both sites. It is on the drop-down menu. You'll see it'll say join with the Freedom Pack. So when you have a prospect that wants to enroll with this package, they simply click on join with the Freedom Pack, and that's where that package is. But that's not all. We also today, and it's live right now in your back office, is our upgrade package. Okay, and so this upgrade package, for those of you that maybe have been on the sidelines and you've been just taking it all in, we're now a year old. I know we've all had calls. A lot of us leaders have, of people that have been kind of watching and paying attention, have been on auto ship, and you're thinking, well, how can I become gold? And I forgot to mention that that package is a gold package at $399.95. It sets you up in our compensation plan as a gold for 90 days. So you have that grandfathering of picking up 2 levels of executive check match. And so with this upgrade pack at $159.95, what that includes is you've got your one of the 5-tank trials. You get 1 bag of Slim Core Java, 1 bottle of Slim Core caps, and we have a choice. There's 2 different upgrade packs. You can either order the greens with the Passion Punch or the Cocoa Mint Blast. Our favorite, both Andrew and I, is the Cocoa Mint Blast. I've talked to people that love the Passion Punch, so it's all based on your preference. And then we have laundry wash. We have some snaps in there, as well as 1 vial of the Mini Moto. And so in that upgrade pack, that has 100 points. So it gives you 100 CV at $159, and it counts as 200 QV. So if you've got people that are not ranked because they haven't engaged yet in the business, they can purchase this. They can get the 90 days at gold and be able to begin and start to grow and build their business. It's really for somebody that's getting serious and wants to build the business. So with that said, we're very excited about this. As I mentioned, our international package is coming very, very soon. And so you just want to make sure that if you've got international people or you're in another country, let's just network that out. 1 p.m. Thursday, Central Standard Time. So with that said, I get the great pleasure of introducing our next speaker. And this is somebody that, we have known. Hang on a second. Well, obviously, sorry, I lost my slides, so I had it. My iPad died. Sorry, guys. This is obviously somebody I've known for a lot of years. It's my better half, Andrew, and he gets the best possible topic because he's going to talk about some recognition, some rank advancements. We've got a lot more ground to cover. So without further ado, Andrew Burling, take it away.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. I am so excited to be here, guys. This company in the last year has done some incredible things. And to me, it is a celebration today that we're 1 year old. As Jim said, most companies, they don't make it 1 year. They run out of money. They have idiot managers and company owners. They have distributors that come and go like a revolving door. And the number one reason I think that companies don't make it a year is because they're not in agreement with who they're working with. They're not in sync on their messaging, their value system, and when that happens, that repels leadership. The reason MPG is one is because we are one. We are one team. We are one family. We are one MPG. We have one message, and that's why this is working. That is exciting to me. Because I like working with teams that are in sync, because when all you have to do is just go out and build, that's when this industry becomes fun. And people at MPG are making money and they are having fun. And in our first year, we've had over 10,000 registrations in our computer system. So what does that mean? That means between the independent sales rep, the customers, the preferred customers, there's been way over 10,000 data entries. I don't know what that exact number is, but there's been over 10,000 data entries. And some people say, well, you know what, Andrew, I know about this company and they've done more than that. Well, that might be true, but did they do it last year? And so, in other words, I'm proud of our numbers, and I think you can be proud of these numbers moving forward too. And I hope that you're pressing your Control Shift 3 and screenshotting some of these slides so that you can convey this message out to the public and the general marketplace. So the numbers are in, and here's what the numbers are. I mean, our first year, we had thousands of people hit the bronze rank. Congratulations. We had hundreds of people hit the silver rank. This is where it gets interesting. We had 43 people hit the gold executive rank and 91 people hit the platinum rank. You know what that tells me? It tells me that that's the benchmark right there is gold. That's a milestone. If we can get people to gold, I believe that we can push them over the hump and bring them home. I believe that we can set them free and get them moving up these ranks, because there were 91 platinums, there were 15 sapphires, there were 17 rubies, 7 emeralds, 5 diamond executives, 2 double diamond executives, and 3 triple diamond executives. And keep in mind, this was all done in the first year when everybody's telling you that you're not going to make it and you can't do it, and it's a startup and it's this and that, and they're throwing tomatoes at you, and these are the numbers that we went out and produced. So documentation beats conversation every single time. And we have real people getting real results. Look at all these beautiful faces right here. People that hit the sapphire rank, which is incredible. And now you could sponsor your way to sapphire now with zero duplication. I know Jim and Byron and Renz and these guys are going to be training on this very soon. But do you realize with 400 QB packs now you could sponsor 6 left and 6 right and go sapphire? By the way, pick up about $1,200 in fast start bonuses. I mean, do you see the significance of a $100 fast start bonus on a $3.99 pack? Can I get an amen in the chat on that? I mean, seriously, guys, that's a 25% fast start bonus. And all these sapphires, I believe, you're going to see 10x. So we're going to need to be putting these on more than one screen. But these are all the people that hit sapphire within year 1. And oh, by the way, we got some big surprises for all the sapphires at the Imagine event coming up in Dallas, Texas. Get your ticket if you haven't got your ticket yet. Go ahead and buy a ticket. How about Ruby Executive? Check this out. These are people who have sapphires below them. These Ruby Executives, I think there was a total of 17 of them. So again, I mean, we have more people that are going Ruby than sapphire. I mean, that to me is just incredible. Check this out, and congratulations to everyone on here. We know all of our leaders. We talk to all of our leaders. I mean, we're in sync with all of our leaders. That's what makes this whole thing tick. That's why we are one. Just in the month of July, we had 3 incredible ladies, future Lady Diamonds, hit the level of Ruby. Helena in Mozambique, Amelia in South Africa, and Michelle up in Canada. I just want to give a special congratulations and shout out to these 3 incredible leaders, because sometimes people say, well, yeah, that MPG, they're just all men in that company. They're out there selling a gas pill. That's all just a bunch of men. Well, no, it's not. And let me tell you something. We're more than just a fuel tab company. The reason we're marketing the X-Caps is because it's one of the hottest products that's ever been sold in this industry. It's been the staple and the launching pad for literally $1 billion company. I mean, if that light bulb goes on and you realize that it's nothing more than a conversation starter about the opportunity, which is what we really market. We really market freedom and hope, truth be told. We're not selling products or consumables. Those justify the opportunity. Those products validate the opportunity. These ladies get it. They're tearing it up. And I know there'll be diamonds here in short order. And then, of course, we have our Emerald Executives. And check it out. Yonda Ryan is our newest Emerald Executive from South Africa. She just hit it in July. Incredible leadership. They're building in a market where if you think you have challenges, they have serious challenges, not only with fuel prices, but they have economic challenges. And what they've done and her leadership, they've just eliminated the excuses. I mean, you can make money, you can make excuses, but you can't do both. And look at these leaders on here, people like Todd and Doug and Jason and Shannon and Gloria and Debbie and Blaine Williams. I mean, it's exciting to see people with this type of leadership at the emerald level because I know where they're going. There's not one photo on this page that can't be diamond, blue diamond, or beyond. All these people are diamonds just waiting for the points to catch up, and you could be next. So congratulations to our year one emeralds. And then, of course, we have the diamond executives. And our first year as a company at MPG, we broke over 10 diamond executives. And I'm super proud of that. People say, well, Andrew, you know, that company of yours, you know, you guys, you're brand new and you only had 10 diamonds. And I'm thinking, yeah, we had 10 diamonds break last year. How many did you break last year? How many new diamonds did you break last year to be able to throw tomatoes at somebody else? And most of them, even if they are making money, they're not doing anything to make that money. A lot of people become complacent. But these diamonds like Martin and Dave and Bree and Bob and Peggy and Robert and Sarah, Marty, Karen, Mike and Tammy, Jim and Shannon, Byron and Susan, Nancy, myself, we don't let grass grow under our feet. We're out there rocking and rolling. We're hitting this thing every day, and we're building a dynasty. We're building a company that is destined for success. And I want you to hear right now from one of our newest diamond leaders. I am so proud of this guy. This is Martin Niho. He is our very, very first global diamond executive. And Martin, go ahead and launch your camera. Where are you at? Come on up, Martin. We'd love to have you say a few words. And Martin, just take a few minutes and tell us about what's been happening with your team. Martin, take it away. New Diamond Executive, Martin Niho.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew. Thank you. You just got me fired up right now. So I'm so excited to be here and to be a part of this family. My name is Niho Martin. I'm a statistician by profession, and I also hold an executive master's degree in business administration. And I've been in this industry for close to 10 years. And today marks exactly 5 months since I joined MPGXtreme. I joined on 5th of March. And to me, it's been an exciting time. It's been an exciting journey. And getting to help people, getting to see people grow and get back their life and get to grow through this company. It's been an exciting journey for me right now, and I'm so excited for what's coming next. Now, I've tried out the products, and I am so amazed at what the products can do. And with that confidence and certainty and everything the company has promised to do, and they've gone ahead and done everything they've promised to do, that really puts me in a better spot to even go out there and tell every single person that I know, even the ones that I do not know. And to me, getting to help other people do the same thing and get to see the same results that I got myself, it is truly exciting, and I just can't wait for what is coming next. And having made 1 year, I am so excited about the second year that we are taking on, and let's rock and roll. So thank you so much. I'll hand it over back to you.
That's just inspirational, exciting, and if you're watching this on replay or you're international, I want you to know that this company has one global diamond. How many global diamonds are there going to be in year 2? And I have a feeling that if you were to type a heart in the chat, put a heart in the chat if you want to be one of the new diamonds in year number 2. And then watch all these hearts start flowing up here down at the bottom of the screen. Well, we have our next speaker coming up here, and she's got a heart of gold. She's got a great big heart. I want you to give a heart in the chat for one of our newest double diamonds, Miss Karen Ford. She is an awesome lady. She is a true leader. She has made millions of dollars in this industry. I'm not going to steal her thunder, but Karen, congratulations. We love you. Just come on and just share from your heart what's happened, where you see this thing going, And take it away, Karen.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. Guys, first of all, I just want to say happy birthday. I'm honored that I get to be here with you guys through this first year. And, you know, I signed up, I'll say. I signed up right after the company launched with Nancy and Andrew, but I didn't really go all in. I didn't really go all in until April when we got our coffee. But you know what? Here's why I'm so excited to be here. I've been in the industry for over 30 years. I've made millions of dollars. But this has got my attention first because I want to work with people I trust. I wanted to work with people that I love, that I knew was honorable and did everything in their power to make it work the right way. That's why I chose MPG, because I've been with another company for almost 10 years. And it was hard. It's like you get a divorce and you walk away. So you're still thinking, well, maybe would it work still? But in April, when we got our coffee, guys, that's when I really got excited. And I started building. I didn't build until then. But in April, the end of April, I started sharing the coffee that we had. And I'm so grateful that Lewis brought this formulation here. Because, guys, it's been a game changer. It's been a game changer for me. It's been a game changer for a lot of the people you heard Andrew talk about who braved up. Because this is just the beginning of what is getting ready to happen. And, guys, I can only say we just started. Randy, Kathy, thank you for having the vision of allowing us to do what we're doing right now. Because I know all of you that's listening today, you will be diamonds. You are diamonds. It's just going to take a little time for you to get there, but now we have all of the tools, all of the products that we need. And so I just want to say thank you guys for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this family. I just got started and I'm so grateful. Thanks so much. I'll turn it back to you.
All right. Thank you, Karen. Incredible leadership. We just appreciate everything that you do. And if you have not tried the Slim Core Java coffee product yet, I would highly, highly recommend that. And if you haven't dialed in on one of our Slim Core Java calls, I'd highly recommend doing that as well. This is a product changing people's lives. And again, it's just another door opener. Just like the X caps, the coffee product or Slim Core product, it's exactly the same way. Most people drink coffee. So after year one, just take a look. I mean, documentation beats conversation. The results are it. And, you know, the bottom line is that people are making money with our company. The bottom line is that people are having fun with our company. And I want you to know that we will always, always, always place an emphasis on recognition and place an emphasis on highlighting people, because you might not connect with my story, you might not connect with Martin's story, but you might connect with Karen's story, or you might connect with Jason Meisner's story, or Bob and Peggy Adam, you might connect with their story, or Diamonds David and Bree Watson, you might connect with their story. And so it's so exciting to watch everybody grow. And this base here, this core group of people, we have a good root of people at MPG. And you can judge a company by the people that are in that company. And we have a good core root of people. And I want everybody to stay on here until the very end, because you're going to hear some incredible information. What I get to do right now is, one more slide, and then I'm going to turn it over to my good friend, Michael Renz, Double Diamond. What Jim talked about, we launched our company. We had the Barn Bash. We had a recap Discover event. We did the Catalyst event. This event in Dallas, in my opinion, this one's going to push us over the top. This is 100%. The one that's going to do it right here.
100%.
So if you have a desire to build this thing to diamond or beyond, we're a little over 60 days from right now until that Imagine event. And I would just focus on duplicating and getting as many people to that Dallas event as possible. We're having a roaring 20s party. It's going to be a ton of fun. You will not be let down. So with that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my good friend over in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, which is my hometown. Also Jim Denzine's hometown. And I believe Jason Meisner's hometown. We got a lot of
100%.
Wisconsinoids
Born and
here.
raised, baby.
And Mike and his wife Tammy, they're double diamond executives. They've been with us since day one. We've been working with them now for, man, it's been a long time. I can't wait to see them next weekend. We're going to go to a Bret Michaels concert and have some fun. So with that said, Mike Renz, I'm going to flip it over to you. Take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And Andrew, it's all about having fun. Byron, it's fun again. I mean, I'll tell you, we got it going on here, guys and gals. So first of all, welcome to all the new members on here. Welcome to the people around the world looking at this opportunity. And this is not a training event, but I can't help myself just to let it all rip. So I'm going to cover about 10 minutes worth of stuff here in about 4.5 minutes. You got to look at this as year number one, right? Number one means one thing. I mean, you win. You know, being that person to win the deal. And number one stands for first, right? You're first in this market. First, even if you're in the United States, you're first. But to all the people around the world right now, knowing that you're going to be the first rep in Czech Republic, Denmark, right? The UK, the Philippines, as we open across Africa, there's only one first, and that means you, right? One team, one family, one MPG. This is a united adventure together, and with the core leadership we have in place, we can help you become the first diamond in your market and build a dynasty. So with that being said, I just want to cover a couple things here that you look at this as a whole. 1 year, roughly $6 million. I don't know the final tally on this deal, but we have another 5 months to close out this year. And this is like a relaunch for everybody that's here, but this is a launch for you as a leader that may be just a tourist here using product, somebody that may have not took action, that has not stood tall in the crowd to go build this bad boy. And we're asking you for your leadership to help this company grow. Hats off to everybody on this Zoom and everybody that built this company, because no matter how great the product is, the opportunity, the pay plan, everything that we're doing, it's you that builds this, and it's you that builds that belief in yourself. It's you that carries that hope. It's you that heralds a message, and it's you that plants a flag to say, I'm going for it. When we joined this company and I got the call and Jim got the call, and next thing you know, Byron's here, we knew where this thing was going. We knew the numbers that were on the map. We understand what the MPG cap did around the world. And I had a seizure when I moved to my home. I was living in boxes. My internet went live, and I dropped everything I was doing for the first month, 28 days. I put, I think, 34 people in. 28 people took me to double diamond in 28 days. And I knew we had to be first. And now there's triple diamonds with Jim and Byron and the family and Karen going double. The first international diamond is on this Zoom out of Africa. Huge congratulations, Mark and Karen. I'm so excited to have you on board here as a leadership in this team. I know you personally. And with that being said of these countries, before I go pass it off to the next person and cover a little bit on the event, I just want to say this. If we're at 6 million with 5 months to go as another relaunch kick in, we know where we're going to close out the year. We're right on the door of $1 million a month. And we know where that's going to take us in 2024. And to have a company put the numbers up that we are going to be putting up. Think about this. There's 15 countries on the drop down right now as we speak. And if between now and this launch till the beginning of 2024, if in 2024 those 15 countries do 3 million, even half of what we did, not to mention what the U.S. is going to do, that's 45 million. Well, what's going to happen when we got 40 countries on the drop down and they do 3 million? That's 120 million plus the U.S. Guys and gals, I believe 2024 this company is going to do 50 to 100 million. And it's all based on what piece of the pie do you want? Do you want a little crumb of the sausage, or you want the whole pizza? Because this thing is going to be exploding all over the world now with the coffee and the back end and everything that we're having and building into this Dallas event. I'll just say this. Every leader that's in this company that you've seen at a rank advancement of Ruby or higher, every one of them put 24 to 30 people in. You're capable of doing that. You need to move into gold, platinum, build yourself into this, and take advantage of this. This event coming in Dallas is going to be the closer for 2023. And leaders show up. Leaders that show up, go up. And if you're a person that's saying, well, I'm on vacation in August and I got other stuff planned, invest in yourself, and the person with the most butts in the seats are going to win. And I'll tell you, after all the events I've been to, after all this COVID, all this nonsense in the industry, I can tell you when we went into that Colorado event, out of all the events I've been to in my career, it was the best, the funnest event we've ever had. And I realized one thing is people need to get out of that shell like I'm doing this weekend, having a bunch of friends going to a concert. You need to sit down with people, get out of the internet, shut your phone off from social media, pick up the phone, get together with people, and build the relationships. Because the one thing that'll never change is a friend inviting a friend into the party to have a great time and move your business forward. So with that being said, I want to say this. When I went into the Kansas event, Byron opened up his monster building he's got. He's got a monster log cabin. I got some time to meet Byron and Susan and unite as this diamond training event. And Byron, I just got to tell you, thanks for welcoming us to your home. I appreciate all you and your team have done. You and Jim at the triple diamond level, building this company a level that it is. There's a massive force to put this company on a map. And because of leadership like you and Jim bring to the party, and all the other leaders that are around here, you're making this possible for every person that joins this company. I can't stress enough. You're an awesome leader, and I'm honored to be in this business, one family together. Mr. Byron Shaw, out of Kansas. Take it away.
All right, Mike, thank you. I hope everybody can hear me okay. First of all, Mike, appreciate your tremendous leadership, and it's just really exciting to be part of what we're doing here. And kind of as we wind this down and wrap this up, I want to just, we're now in year 2, and so I want to welcome each of you to the year of multiplication. 34 years ago, I started building in the network marketing space. I actually grew up in a family that made lots and lots of money. So I watched my parents win in a really big way, and I watched the kind of freedom that it offered our family as a kid that my other friends weren't experiencing, the travel around the world and all these things. So as I got a little bit older and through college, I decided, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. And so in 1989, I decided to start my career. And I learned a lot as I went. I got mentored by some amazing people. But I've also got to watch many things. I've got to watch momentum of companies take off from afar, maybe even ones that I participated in, learned systems, learned what it took actually to make an idea work. And here's what I want to share with you with that experience is I've been part of and I've watched many companies that are in business 4 or 5 years that don't have the infrastructure in place that we have right now. Year number 1 has been amazing on what Randy and Kathy and Andrew and Nancy have put together. We got a long list of accomplishments, but I think the evolution of this marketplace, I'm going to talk a little bit more about in a minute, is amazing. But just paying commissions, not only paying commissions locally and having that dialed in, but paying it globally where people actually internationally can get their money. I've been part of companies that, and I have friends of mine part of companies that their biggest problem is not people earning money. It's like getting their money out. Like we're getting that done. I got a message yesterday from somebody and they said, they say they want their money out of the wallet and within 48 hours or 24 hours it's sitting in their bank. This is globally. This is taking place and happening. Launching global markets. Have 15 countries that we have on the drop down in our first year. I mean, that's astounding. Having a model in the marketplace, as the network marketing place, I guess, or market space that is a model that now other people want to try to figure out what we're doing, which is this marketplace of solutions. We allow people to just pick their own route that they want to go. I mean, and as Randy said, we just are getting this started. The party hasn't even warmed up on the marketplace of solutions, and we launched this company with one product. And everybody thought MPG stood for miles per gallon because we launched a fuel product. It's really pretty funny. But the reality of what took place is that was actually stood for Marketplace Global, and now everybody can start seeing what's happening. You know, we started adding different product verticals that are really, really compelling. And we're crowdsourcing additional verticals. I've been on multiple calls like the other leaders of people that are trying to figure out how could they get their product in our marketplace. And most of them are turned away, but the good ones will end up having. They could be digital products. They could be, you know, way out of the box thinking ideas. I've been on some calls that has gone like, wow, as some of this evolves and scales around the world, we're going to have something that is going to be very, very, very compelling. All right. And, you know, having a system on top of that that's being evolved by the leaders that you can actually plug into and that you can build and be educated. Let me just tell you, we're positioned in year number 2 for a 10X. I know Mike threw out some numbers a minute ago, and some of you saying, there's no way. We're not going to do 100 million. We're not going to do 50 million. Well, there is a time when the 10X happens, and the 10X happens when we have a lot of things in place. We have the leadership in place. We have the corporate structure in place. We have the right kind of model in place. We have the training system in place. We have the culture in place. We have people that their hearts are all about, you know, being spirit driven and what's best for people. I'm just telling you, the 10X is coming, and it will come this next year. I believe we're in the year of multiplication, and we're gonna really dial that in and kick this off at the Imagine event that's coming up, and this new Freedom Pack that we launched. These are all things that are catalysts to a 10X growth thing. All right. So as we look at this Freedom Pack, some of you maybe haven't figured this out, but with the points that come with this, and now we have a massive amount of products that are in here that people can try. The auto ships are going to go up because you try more stuff. But I just want you to think about something. Platinum ought to be your focus, because when you hit platinum, if they're all Freedom Packs and you did 6 left and 6 right, you probably hit Sapphire potentially all at the same time. Because there's 400 QB that's in this for those in the U.S. and Canada. And then as we launch this Freedom Pack globally, you're going to see the same thing. It allows people to move faster and get a bigger majority of products that you now can use and try that represent our marketplace in a significant way. And this will be the catalyst for driving lots of new business as we roll into the Imagine event. See, all of what is happening is orchestrated. It's not by we're going to fly by the seat of our pants. The orchestration of the countries being open, the orchestration of the right kind of products in place, the orchestration of a Freedom Pack now is we're throwing the juice to the fire right now. We're throwing the gas on the fire. And all of a sudden, we're going to see this momentum take off in a significant way where we can handle the growth because we have the infrastructure in place to do what we want to do. And, you know, we talked about the upgrade packs for this Freedom Pack. All these different things are in place right now. And the upgrade pack is for the people that have been sitting there watching. You heard Karen talk about a little bit ago how she just sat and kind of waited just to see what was going to happen. Are they really going to do what they say they were going to do? I got my friend TK on here. He came in the same way. Now he's blowing the doors off because he wanted to watch. He's been around the block. Are they really going to do what they say they're going to do? Is the leadership really legit and real? Are they delivering on a back office? Are they delivering on the product? Are they delivering on, you know, being able to get, you know, our money out of the wallets? Are they delivering on real products that solve real problems for people? Yeah, we are. And what's happened now is talent like Karen Ford comes out of nowhere to blow the doors off, and Martin and many others, that all of a sudden what's going to happen that's going to see the 10X come into play. I'm telling you, year number 2 is the year of multiplication. The question really becomes, are you ready? The stage is set. See, all of you have always wanted to be in the right place at the right time. You've heard the cliche many different times. About 18 years ago, I sat in a seat where we didn't have anywhere close to this many things in place after year number 1. It was about year number 3 or 4 before we had this in place. And I did something with that and got to participate in massive amounts of growth around the world that created massive amounts of income. And I'm sitting here looking at what we have right now, and the stage is set like never before. When I understood the model that we had, I told my wife early on a year ago, I said, this is going to be bigger than anything I've ever had a chance to participate in.
100%.
It's going to impact more lives around the world than anything I've ever had a chance to be part of.
100%.
It's going to create freedom for people. It's going to create options for people. It's going to create people that are going to pursue the dreams that God put in their heart, because the network marketing model allows people to create time and money together if you're willing to go to work and you're willing to stay focused long enough. See, there's 3 stages that people go through when they get involved in a network marketing business. The first stage is, I can't believe I'm working as hard as I'm working for how much they're paying me. Most of all of you on this Zoom are in that spot. I can't believe I'm getting on this Zoom, and there's another one tomorrow, and they've got this schedule of all these things. I can't believe I'm working this hard for how much they pay me, which is not very much in the beginning. And then you get to stage number 2. And stage number 2 is, wow, they're starting to pay us a little bit of money. Yeah, those of us that are at Triple Diamond, we're sitting in that stage, and, you know, the money's starting to get, it's pretty decent. There's people at Diamond, they're saying, yeah, this is not too bad. Emerald is starting to creep in there, you know, where maybe you got $1,000 a week coming in at Emerald. You're saying, hey, you know, they're paying me enough money here where it keeps my attention. But what's going to happen in year number 2 is we will have people that move into stage 3, and that is, I can't believe how much they pay me for how little I do, because the stage is set. The systems are in place.
100%.
The impact for people starts to magnify and multiply.
Yes, sir.
But here's what we have to start year number 2. We have to have some of you that have some dreams. You have some goals. You're willing to say, I want to go all in. Many of you have sat on the sidelines that are watching right now. I will tell you that if you were ever going to go all in, this would be the time. And you say, what is all in, Byron? I'll tell you what all in is. Why don't you take August and September and put 12 new sales in? I don't care if you got 30 in right now personally. Go put another 12 in so you could be on the front end of what's about to happen. Go do platinum over. And if you've never been platinum, why don't you just say, I'm going to go platinum. I'm going to get 6 in August and 6 in September, and I'm probably going to be a sapphire, and I'm going to show up to the Imagine event for the Friday night event, which is for sapphires and above. All of you on here could be part of that. I'm going to be at the Imagine event and participate in the Roaring 20s party where we're building culture and fun. And I'll tell you, if you don't come with a costume, you're going to feel out of place. I'll promise you. Just ask the ones that showed up at our Catalyst event when we did the 70s party, and they showed up with no costume and everybody else had one. And then Saturday, we're going to get into the nuts and bolts of what you need to do to build your business and hear from amazing speakers and, you know, learn where we're going as a company. And then Sunday morning, we'll have a interdenominational worship service, because that's a big part of our company and who we are. They're spirit-driven people that are running this thing. That's important to them. Should be important to you too. And then we'll wrap it up with a send-off on Sunday. I'll tell you, if you don't have a ticket for Imagine, you should get one. You should come to Dallas. We got people that are getting visas. They're going to fly across the world to come October 6, 7, and 8 to Frisco, Texas. Because you know why? They actually got a dream. They got a dream, and I'm going to tell you right now, your dreams do know the way. and you're part of a business model that is about helping you achieve your dreams if you're willing to plug in. We have a simple system. We have the right people. And I believe year number 2 is the year of multiplication. And I believe you're on here for a reason, and you're going to be part of the year of multiplication. You're not going to be like the people that plugged in 1 year ago in August and you sat to watch to see what would happen. Yeah, it's happening. From where we started to where we are right now was a big jump. But the quantum leap happens in year number 2. And you're sitting in the catbird seat to either watch it happen or be part of it. And I want to encourage you, because the stage is set for you to realize your dreams. So we thank everyone for being on today.
Let's go.
We're very excited where this is headed. And we are one. We want you to be part of what we're doing in a significant way. We want to recognize you in year number 2. God bless. Thanks for being on. See y'all later.